Okay, welcome everybody. It's Ross here from energizeforlife.com. Today I'm bringing you a very special video resource on pH levels. Now, when people start alkalising, they often email in or write into the blog or the forum asking me about how the pH levels of different drinks and foods affects their body, what pH balance is all about, and what exactly the different pHs of different drinks are. Now, you can see I've got in front of me lots of different glasses. I'm going to be actually testing the pH of different drinks in just a moment. Before I do that though, I actually just wanted to explain pH a little bit to you for those of you who don't know. Basically, the body is designed to stay at a pH of around 7.365. Now what that means is it's just slightly alkaline. The body itself actually tries to operate at this level but produces acids basically through our daily bodily processes. And contains a slight alkaline buffer that neutralises these acids. Now, in the olden days, when we were all eating lots of fresh fruits and vegetables and living a very sort of active lifestyle, that wasn't really a problem because we weren't overloading our body then with acidic foods and drinks like colas and alcohol and crisps and chips and all the other bad things. So as we've become more of a westernised society with all these treats and temptations, we've actually begun to overload our body with acids. Now what this does is this actually wreaks havoc on the body. Our body is designed to stay, like I say, at about pH 7.365. When we adjust that pH level by consuming, say, a fizzy drink or smoking a cigarette or eating a pizza, it unbalances the body. Now, the body, in the same way that your body temperature has to stay at a certain degree, forgive me, I don't know exactly what that is, the body will do anything it needs to do to keep your body at that certain temperature. It does the same with your pH. So if you consume a fizzy drink, for instance, your body will instantly go into a sort of shock mode and start to draw alkaline minerals from other areas in the body just to maintain that pH level. Now, the biggest impact that will have on your body is actually on your energy levels. When you consume a fizzy drink, it may be full of sugar, which you would think would give you an energy hit, but that sugar is actually feeding the acid in your body like petrol would on a fire. So what's actually happening when you consume that fizzy drink is you'll get that energy spike, but that will be instantly replaced by a massive lull in your energy levels, and you'll become a little bit in that wave of energy up and then energy down, then energy up and then energy down. So what we want to try to do is consume liquids and foods that are a pH of above 7.365. Ideally, with our liquids in particular, and as I'm going to try and show you here, we're aiming for anything above sort of 8 is a really good level to aim for. So the exciting part, what I'm going to do is I have a pH meter here. So I'm going to pour out a series of drinks. We've got a cola, we're going to pour out a diet cola, some orange juice, and then some wine, and unfortunately for most of you, some beer as well. And then what I've got here is a litre of just tap water, normal tap water. I'll dip this in, test the pH of the tap water, which we're hoping is going to be around sort of 7-ish, but tap water can vary wildly. Then what I'm going to do is actually drop in some of our pH drops. And what we're hoping to see then is that the pH level of this water will then raise up to hopefully above 8, maybe beyond, which, as you can tell, you know, if we're trying to live an alkaline lifestyle and consume up to 3 to 4 litres of water a day, we really want that to be a pH level of definitely above 7, because if you consume that much water, great that you're staying hydrated, but if you're putting in water that's below a pH of 7.365, then, you know, it's going to have an effect on your body. So let's get cracking on. First up, I'm going to pour in some cola. Okay, switch the meter on and dip it straight in. Now this is ridiculous. If you can zoom in on that pH stick there, I'll just bring that across. So the zoom isn't as quick as it could be, but you can see that that pH, whereas it's settled around 2.5, you do not want to be consuming cola. That is absurd. Now, important to point out at this stage that the pH scale is actually logarithmic, which really means that a pH of 7 is considered 0, then a pH of 6 would be 10 times more acidic, a pH of 5 would be 100 times more acidic, a pH of 4 would be 1,000, and 3 would be 10,000, and that's 10,000 times more acidic than 7. And this is a pH of, what's it, 2.3, 2.4? Seriously, even just a tiny cupful of that is going to have such a dramatic effect on the pH level of your body ongoing. Now, I haven't tested this before, but we're going to try the zero sugar version of the cola. So this is the diet cola. Just get a little bit of that in there. Get the meter in. Now, I've just quickly washed off the pH meter there to make sure there wasn't any residue. And there we go. You zoom in a little bit more, I'm not sure you can see that. That's just settled at 2.9, so that's no better. That's approximately 10,000 times more acidic than pH 7. Now, we often talk about breakfast time being an important time of the day, a great way to kick off your daily alkaline regime, and a lot of people like to turn to the orange juice at breakfast. Tastes great, makes your mouth feel lovely first thing in the morning, not if you've just cleaned your teeth, but I'm expecting this isn't going to be much better. Let's have a look. It just takes a little while to settle down, and that stops at pH 4. That really isn't very good. So that's not a great way for you to be starting the day at all. That's going to be a sugar hit. It's generally people are consuming a lot of reconstituted orange juice, which means that all the goodness has been zapped right out. So you're getting none of the goodness, you're getting a lot of sugar, and it's pH 4. So the day rolls on, you get home from work, fancy glass of wine, white wine, nice tall glass, nice and cold. Give that another little rinse. Dear oh dear, where have we stopped? 3.7. Again, not the best. Certainly not something you want to be doing ongoing, certainly not something you don't want to be relying on as part of your daily routine. Now, before I pour the beer, in fact, I'll tell you about this while I pour the beer for the sake of time. I'm not trying to say you can't ever eat anything bad again, and I'm not trying to say you can't have treats. I'm just saying this is a visual representation of why you shouldn't necessarily be doing these things on a regular basis. This is something, if you want to treat yourself, have a treat, but make sure you cancel it out by doing a lot of good next time round. So, before we get onto the water, here's beer, normal beer. This is just settled down 4.1. You can see that there. Again, not so good. Not so good at all. So, there were the naughty bits and the treats aside. Let's have a look at tap water. Now, this is ordinary tap water. This is East Anglian water. This has come straight out of my tap. I'm hoping that this is going to be around a pH somewhere between 6.5 and 7.5, so that we know that the tap water we're drinking is not too detrimental. It's not fantastic, but it's not too bad. Let's just drop this in there. Right, I might have to just lift this jug a little. There you go. Just about to see that. I think that's just about stopped at 7.1. So, look, it's not going to ruin your day, it's not going to ruin your health, it's not going to be incredibly alkalising, you're going to get the hydration benefit, and that's great. So what I want to demonstrate for you now is just the effect that dropping a couple of pH drops into the water can have. Okay, so we have here Purify from Dr. Young from pH Miracle Living. This is actually his newest pH drop that he's got on the market. So let's drop a little bit of this in. It's ultra concentrated, so you don't need to use heaps. You only need to use 5 drops per litre. That's really important. You do not need more than that. I know a lot of the other pH drops are all 10, 12, 14 drops. There's different mixtures. This one is just 5 drops. It is super concentrated. So let's just put 5 drops in there. Okay. Just give this a mix around. Okay, I'm hoping you can see this, because this is absolutely fantastic. Zoom right in on that with the foreground of wine and beer and orange juice. You see that this water has jumped up from 7.1 to 8.6. Perfect, that is exactly what you want to be aiming for. Anything between 8 and 9.5 is absolutely brilliant. And bear in mind that this is just tap water. This isn't filtered tap water, this isn't distilled, ionised, osmosis, reverse filter. This is just tap water with the pH dropped in. So there you can see, this is what you want to be aiming for. Minimise these. The effect that it has on your body is really dramatic, and I know it sounds quite outlandish to suggest that something like this could be 10, 20, 30,000 times more acidic than this, but that's absolutely true, and you can imagine the effect that this has on your body. So aim for lots of water. You want to be drinking 3 to 4 litres a day. You want to be drinking good, clean, pure, alkaline water. Alkalise your life. Come visit us on the blog, the forum, the website, www.energize4life.com, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.